Hey there friends, this is Philip with PGH Woodcraft. I finished the restoration on the Stanley 45 a couple of weeks ago, and since then I've been trying to dial it in, practicing. It's been a little difficult trying to learn how to use this new set of skills that go along with it. So it's been a good learning experience. But today I want to dive in and let's see what we can do with it. All right, the 45 originally came with 23 different cutters. It's designed to eliminate a lot of other planes out of the shop. So you can do roundovers, coves, beads, all that kind of stuff. The only cutter that came with mine is the 1/4 inch cutter. Not surprising that after 136 years, some of the cutters have disappeared. So probably the most common use of the 45 is cutting rabbets. And I'll cut a rabbet is just a groove down the edge of a board. Okay. Right, and this is where I've really struggled with the plane, because you actually have to keep it nice and parallel or perpendicular. And I tend to let it slide a little bit. It's a little easier with wider boards, but that works pretty well. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but you can see after just a couple of passes, I got a nice clean edge right there. So the other thing we can do with it is cutting a dado. Now, what's the difference between a dado and a rabbet? Well, a dado runs across the grain in the middle of the board. Woodworkers never want to make this thing particularly easy, but with all our different terminology. So let's go ahead and set this thing out away from the edge just a little bit and see what we can get there. If you saw some of my previous videos on this, you'll remember I had a lot of trouble cutting the dado. The reason for that is my spurs weren't sharp enough. Well, one spur in particular, I need to just discontinue in using that and get another spur. So look at that. Just a couple of passes, I already have a nice little dado in there. And where that comes in handy is since I have a 1/4 inch board there, that fits real nicely into that slot. It's a nice tight fit, and we can actually use that for drawer bottoms and things like that. All right, so that's the use of the Stanley 45. Given the limited cutters that I have, I can only do the 1/4 inch flat cut, so that limits me to rabbets, dados, and grooves. I will pick up some of the other cutters and start exploring the different shapes. But for now, I'm enjoying what I have here, and more practice, more work to do, and looking forward to what I can do out in the future. If you have comments or questions, drop those down below. Take care. God bless.